I just want to apologize for what you're about to witness in this video. Hey guys, Biff Molson, Doctor of Audiology and founder of Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, Arizona, and in this video, I'm talking all about how hearing aids can keep you in the game, literally. The famous Helen Keller once said, "Blindness separates people from things, but deafness separates people from people." And she was absolutely correct. However, when you begin to lose your hearing, you do not experience this separation right away. Typically, it starts by you having difficulty understanding speech and background noise. Oftentimes, you'll blame the poor acoustics of the restaurant with its tall ceilings and hard surfaces. Next, you'll start to notice that you struggle to understand your family and friends when they ask you a question. You'll typically blame this on being super focused on whatever it is that you were doing, even though you never really had problems with that before. At some point, you'll start to experience situations where you know that people are talking to you, you just have trouble making out what they're saying. This is often met with excuses that people just don't speak as clearly as they used to, and the audio mixing on your favorite TV shows is getting worse. Eventually, you'll notice yourself avoiding going out to eat in restaurants and hanging out less with your friends and family because it's just too much work trying to understand what they're saying all the time, and it's just not worth it. Not only can this directly lead to things like social isolation and depression, but it can also cause you to become less physically active as you get older, where people typically like to engage in more group activities like group fitness classes or sports like pickleball. And if you stay in this downward spiral for too long, it can be really hard to get back on track. That's why I'm going to show you how hearing aids can not only help you hear better, but how they're specifically designed to handle some of the most challenging and dynamic situations that you can possibly throw at them. But before I do me a huge favor and click the like button. It really helps out the channel. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on, go ahead and do that as well. It's greatly appreciated. And a huge shout out to Phonak for sponsoring today's video. When most people think about hearing aids, they think about devices that help you hear better in relatively quiet situations by just making the speech of the people you want to hear louder, but not necessarily suitable for noisy environments like restaurants or engaging in physical activity. The fact is, hearing aids are now equipped to handle some of the most difficult listening situations that you can possibly throw at them, even if you're an extremely active individual. And this is exactly the problem that Phonak, today's video sponsor, is trying to solve with their hearing aid technology. Which also makes sense that Phonak is now an official sponsor of USA Pickleball. Pickleball continues to be one of the fastest growing sports in the United States. And according to USA Pickleball, participation has increased by 311% over the past 3 years. And as of 2024, there are nearly 20 million total pickleball players in the United States alone. And you know what? I think my cousin Biff Molson is actually a pickleball player who's trying to become pro. So I went ahead and sent my wife Ashley out to interview Biff Molson at the pickleball courts, and he happens to be a user of the Phonak Adeo Ultrasphere Infinio hearing aids. Ashley, go ahead and take it away.
Well, thanks, Dr. Cliff. So I'm here with aspiring professional pickleball player Biff Molson. Biff, nice to see you. I haven't seen you since last year after what transpired at the Molson family Christmas. How have you been?
Yeah, Ashley, I've been good. Just want to say sorry, Dr. Cliff, for burning up the kitchen, cooking the Christmas turkey. No hard feelings. Sorry about that, cuz.
On another note, can you tell the viewers, how is it exactly that you got into playing pickleball?
Well, to be honest with you, I used to play a little bit of tennis back in the day. Used to be pretty good, I might add. Yeah, I dabbled a little bit. We'll just put it that way. And I messed up the old ankle here. Once that happened, had to pick up a different sport. I found pickleball, fell in love with it immediately. And you know what? I think the rest of the world fell in love with it too, because it seems like it's the most popular sport in the world right now. I'm pretty much at the point right now where I could turn professional, so I'm looking for a sponsor. I've got this move that I call the Molson Freeze. I actually run up on the net really quick, and I scare my opponent, and it makes them drop the ball, and so I get a point. But if you know anyone who's looking to sponsor an athlete, you just let Phonak know over there. I've already got the jersey, the team jersey there for Phonak, so guys, hit me up.
Wow, that's impressive. So tell me, why did you decide to wear the Phonak hearing aids on and off the court?
Well, honestly, I saw Dr. Cliff make a review video of the Phonak Adeo Infinio Sphere hearing aids, and to be honest with you, I was pretty impressed. So I went ahead and got a pair for myself because, you know what, I've been struggling on the pickleball court, being able to hear, and I've been struggling, you know, day to day, going out to restaurants, things like that, and here and there as well. So I figure, why not go ahead and give them a shot and see if they could help me out.
Talk to us a little bit about the artificial intelligence. Do these hearing aids have anything to do with that?
Now, when I'm on the pickleball court, things are pretty noisy. I don't know if you guys can hear all that racket behind us, but it's noisy back there when people are hitting those balls around. And it's hard for me to hear the people talking to me, either my teammate or the person on the other side of the net. But when I kick into the spheric mode, I can hear everything I want to hear, and it gets rid of everything that I don't want to hear. In fact, you know what? I bet you Dr. Cliff could even play a sound sample of what these hearing aids sound like in artificial intelligence mode on the court. Okay, Biff, here's an audio sample at work on the court.
We stuck that backhand in there. I know, I'm getting tired. 3 hours of playing. I was too close.
We stuck that backhand in there.
I know, I'm getting tired. 3 hours of playing.
You know, tell us a little bit more about the Phonak devices. Like what exactly do you like about them?
I love how water resistant they are, because when I'm working up a sweat on the pickleball court, I mean, I'm drenching these suckers, okay? Now, they're IP68 rated, so not only do they work the entire match, but I can then go out after the match. Sure, I might be a little sweaty and stink a little bit, but I can go to a restaurant and I know that those hearing aids are going to keep on working. I've got to say that Biff is spot on with this one. These hearing aids are extremely water resistant. If you go and play pickleball, they're not going to be an issue. If you go for hikes and you sweat a lot, if you get caught out in the rain, that water is not going to damage these hearing aids. They are some of the most water resistant hearing aids that I've ever tested in my clinic. The other thing I love about these hearing aids is that I can pretty much do anything in them. They stay in my ears no matter what. So I can go for a dive shot, right? I can go, go for a dive for a ball. Here, throw me this ball. Throw me this ball. So I can go diving for that ball. And the hearing aids just completely stay inside my ears. I don't have to worry about it at all. That is also a true statement. A lot of individuals think that just because they wear hearing aids that they can't do physical activity anymore because the hearing aids are going to fall out of their ears, and that could not be further from the truth. Whether your hearing aids go completely in the ear or whether they're receiver and canal hearing aids like Biff wears, these hearing aids are not going anywhere. And if by some crazy chance you take a pickleball to the ear and it knocks your hearing aid off, you can always go into your Phonak app and find that lost hearing aid. Well, another thing I love about these hearing aids is that they got Bluetooth in them. Actually, I'm streaming music right now into both of my ears. I can hardly hear anything that you're saying right now, but it's amazing. And you know what? If I want to have a conversation with someone like Ashley, I can go ahead and double tap my ears and it pauses the music. And then once we're done talking, I can double tap my ear again. Music starts right back up. One thing that Biff did not mention about the motion sensor is that motion sensor is actually active when you're moving or when you're stationary, and it changes the microphone configurations of your hearing aids. So when Biff is on the tennis court moving around, that motion sensor knows it and it opens up the pickup range of the microphone. So not only can he hear people on the other end of the court, but he can also hear a teammate that he's playing with if he happens to be playing doubles. I've got to say that it's pretty rude to be streaming Bluetooth when someone else is trying to talk to you, so definitely stopping the Bluetooth stream when you're engaged in a conversation is the nice thing to do.
Tell us a little bit about the battery life of these hearing aids. I mean, these pickleball tournaments, they're like all day.
Well, yeah, one thing that's been great about these particular hearing aids is that Phonak actually did a firmware update to turn these hearing aids into the ultra version of these hearing aids. So now technically, I'm wearing the Phonak Audeo Ultrasphere Infinio hearing aids, and that has extended the battery life by 30%, meaning I can go all day long wearing these hearing aids, and I can use a ton of that time in the Spheric Speech and Loud Noise Artificial Intelligence program and never have to worry about running out of battery. In fact, there's been times where I've been able to go 56 hours without having to charge these hearing aids back up. You know, it's really crazy how much Biff actually knows about the Phonak Audeo Ultrasphere Infinio hearing aids. It's almost like he's done a complete review on them himself as well.
Sounds like the Phonak Ultrasphere hearing aids really help keep you active.
I couldn't agree more. In fact, I never would have felt comfortable playing pickleball out here with as much noise and as much chaos as there is on the court, you know, especially when I'm there for whatever reason. But it has also got me back in the game of life, not just the game of pickleball.
All right, well, thanks, Biff. Let's send that back to Dr. Cliff in the studio.
Back to you, Dr. Cliff. Thanks, Ashley, and no hard feelings what happened at Christmas, Biff. And there you have it, directly from an aspiring professional pickleball player who wears Phonak hearing aids, who has a striking resemblance to myself. But I think you get the point. If you want to stay in the game both literally and figuratively, you have to make sure that you can communicate in a variety of different situations, no matter how difficult those situations are. Whether this is sitting in your quiet living room trying to understand what's being said on the TV, or hopping in the car and going on a road trip and hearing someone in the back seat, or going to a noisy restaurant, or taking on someone like Biff Molson at the pickleball courts. As we all continue to get older, it becomes even more important that you stay actively engaged with other individuals. And Helen Keller had it right all along. Your sense of hearing is the most important sense when it comes to doing this. But I want to hear from you. Do you believe that your hearing loss prevents you from staying socially and physically active? Or do you use hearing aids to help keep you in the game? Let me know down in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video.
Oh. That's ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous.
When you asked me if I wanted to go to dinner, I wanted to say no. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyways.